Hello, everyone. This is Jasmeet Bhatia, Managing Director, Landmark Global Learning Limited, and we have a special guest with us today, Mr. Amit Sharma from University of British Columbia. So, welcome, Amit, and thank you for coming to our live. And we want to give direct information for the students. From yourself. So that students come to know what is happening in Canada right now and what can they expect from University of British Columbia. So welcome to our live, and this is like we've been doing live for past 10 years or maybe more than that, and there are a lot of students who were connected to us before and right now also because students have done their high school, just finished their exams, and I think that students need right information.
Yeah,
So
thanks,
my yeah
Jasmeet. Yeah,
yeah
uh, so I'll just begin by introducing myself. My name is Amit Sharma, and I head recruitments for South Asia for University of British Columbia, which is UBC. UBC is a public research intensive university, and it was founded in 1915. As on date, UBC ranks second within Canada as per Times, university rankings 2025, and as per academic rankings of world universities, or now what we call as the Shanghai Consultancy University Rankings 2025. Also, globally, UBC falls among the top 40 universities of the world as per the QS World University Rankings. So it's one of the topmost universities, not only within Canada, but globally as well. And I thank you for this session. And I hope queries and questions of all the students, and or parents will be resolved.
Yeah, so the purpose of this live is that students can see this later on also. It is on our YouTube channel always. And students can look into it and solve what are the entry requirements, what is your location, what is your ranking, what is the tuition fees. So they can come to know about it whenever they need it. So it is
Yeah.
on our channel always. So my first question to you, Amit, is that what is like UBC is very, very highly ranked university, and everybody knows about UBC. If they want to looking at some highly ranked university, then I think they'll definitely look at UBC. And when they're looking at North America, specifically North America, USA or Canada, then UBC is everybody's choice. So my first question is like we are recruiting for Kelowna campus. So tell us the location of the campus, and what students can expect. You visited Kelowna yourself. I have visited Kelowna just once. And what can a student expect from the location and how big is the campus? Yeah.
Yeah. So UBC, UBC has two campuses. The first and the most famous campus is located in Vancouver. Uh, However, the other campus, which is the second campus of UBC, which is an equally old campus and a huge campus, is located at Okanagan, which is called the city of Kelowna. It's a full-fledged, city, probably not as overcrowded as Vancouver. Talking about the location, it is approximately 4 hours drive by road from Vancouver, and it is also connected by air. Uh, it's around 25 minutes drive by air from Vancouver, and the city of Kelowna is fully equipped with all the the infra needs, which are the need of the hour today. uh, it has a downtown area, it has a riverfront area, shopping complexes, industrial hubs. So it's a full-fledged city. And UBC's Okanagan campus is almost 55 years old, and it's a huge sprawling campus. Uh, Housing bachelors as well as masters, as well as certain very specific PhD programs as well.
So we are now late for September intake. I think the deadline has passed because it was 31st March, and now we are recruiting for January 2027.
Just one correction, Jasmeet. Yes, the initial deadline, the application deadline for bachelor programs was 31st of March. But through this live session, I would like to bring to your notice that it has been extended by a few days. So if you find any, right profiles for students who are still interested in applying, for bachelor programs at UBC Copenhagen, they are most welcome. The Except for bachelors of nursing, all other bachelor programs, are still open. We haven't closed the application deadline as on date. Yes, previously communicated application deadline was 31st of March, but it has been extended. Bachelors of nursing is full. So bearing that program, all other programs, bachelor programs at UBC Copenhagen are still open.
So bachelor programs are open for September 2026, but if you're looking at master programs, then you have to apply for January 2027. But where we have only two program options.
So we have two programs. The first program, which is the most popular program in the master's domain, is Masters of Engineering, and the second program, which is available, is Masters of Management. These are two very unique programs. Masters of Engineering is a 12-month program wherein the coursework is for 12 months, and then once the coursework is complete, the university gives this option to the students whether they want to pursue a 4 months internship or an 8 months internship or a 12 months internship. That's fully supported by the university, and students are paid during this internship term. So it's a unique program in itself. It's very competitively placed as well in terms of its tuition fees. Tuition fees for this complete program is roughly around $26,000 for complete program. As far as
for Masters of Management,
for Masters of Management, it's a 12-month program which is divided into 8 months of coursework and 4 months of internship again. And this internship is again, it depends. It can be paid, it can be, unpaid as well. Tuition fee for this program is around $57,000 for the complete program. Again, you are required to pay it in 3 or 4 equal installments.
So when the student completes this 1 year's master degree, then they are eligible to get 3 years work permit?
Yes, they are. For all our master's program, students are eligible for a 3 years PGWP.
So what is the entry requirement to get into Masters of Management and Masters of Engineering?
So for Masters of Management and Masters of Engineering, so I'll start with Masters of Engineering. Masters of Engineering, has specializations in electrical, mechanical, and civil. However, computer science engineers, computer engineering students are also eligible to apply because they have a few subjects which are in common with electrical engineering subjects. So they are also eligible to, apply provided they choose those course options in Masters of Engineering. As far as entry requirements are concerned, the entry requirements at the bachelor's level is that the student should be, an engineer. So a 4-year engineering degree for Masters of Engineering is mandatory. And in terms of the academic requirements, the student should have a GPA requirement of 8 on 10, provided their university degree talks about GPA. However, we also know that not all universities in India, talk about GPA on the degree certificate. There are many very reputed old universities like Delhi University, Madras University, Punjab University, where they still talk about the percentage and scoring probably 80 to 85% marks is a rarity in those universities. There, when the degree certificate talks about percentage, we accept 70%.
70%. Okay.
Yes.
And how much IELTS they need? They need 7 each.
So IELTS requirement is 6.5 bands, no band less than 6.
For both of them.
Yes.
So for both of them, and so $24,000. And Masters of Engineering is also 1-year program, or it is 2 years?
So Masters of Engineering compulsorily is a 12-month program as far as the coursework is concerned, which is mandatory. Once the coursework of 12 months is concerned is completed, the university gives this option back to the student whether you wish to pursue a 4 months training or an 8 months training or a 12 months training. And this training or internship, what we call as, is paid. When I say paid, the student gets paid for the internship, and it is supported completely by the university.
So students, you get paid internship when you go to UBC, and mostly they are 1 year programs, and you are eligible to get 3 years work permit, and fees is also very, very affordable. But to so what is the turnaround time for the offer letter?
Turnaround time for offer letters typically range from 4 weeks to 6 weeks, from the date of application submission. And also, I would like to point another academic requirement with regards to Masters of Management. For Masters of Management, we also consider a 3 years degree, because in India, for Masters of Engineering, all engineering programs in India are 4 year degree programs, so it's a mandatory requirement. But for Masters of Management, they do consider a 3 years degree, provided the university from where you've done your 3 years degree is NAC A+ accredited.
Okay. So 3 years degree is also acceptable, and
Yes.
students need to apply, for January intake now.
Yes.
And for, like, coming back to bachelors, so what is the entry requirement for bachelor degrees?
Yeah. For all our bachelor degree programs at UBC Copenhagen, the entry requirements are that the student should have secured almost 85% marks in the 12th standard. The other aspect to look out for is that we don't accept predicted scores. We do accept pre-boards and midterm scores as well, because by the time the board results are out, admissions are already done. So we accept pre-boards and midterm scores, and they should be in sync with your aspirational score of 85%. I'm not saying it the pre-board marks are required to be at 85%, but then let's say if a student has secured around 80%, 82% marks, there is a very strong enough in pre-boards, then there is a very strong probability that the student will be able to score around 85% marks. So pre-boards and midterm scores, and then in the end 85% marks in 12th standard. These are the
basic requirement.
Yes.
Yeah. So students, and what is the fees for bachelor degree?
So for bachelor programs, the tuition fee varies from program to program. For programs like Bachelors of Arts in Psychology and other programs related to liberal arts, the tuition fees is around $50,000 per year for a 4-year degree program. For other programs like Bachelors of Engineering and Bachelors of Applied Sciences, the tuition fees may range between $66,000 to $67,000 per year for a 4-year degree program.
So what is the scholarship? It sounds really high for Indian students. And is there any scholarship?
Yeah, so there are 2 types of scholarships available. The first type of scholarship is given by default to all the students who apply at UBC Copenhagen. So the scholarship given to all the students who apply at UBC Copenhagen, provided they meet the academic requirements, is that scholarship of $8,000 per year for 4 years is given. So $8,000 scholarship for per year for 4 years. So this scholarship becomes $32,000. And another one-time scholarship is given, which is $5,000. This is given when the student opts for, while filling the application form, if the student opts for Copenhagen campus as his choice of or preferred choice of campus. So remember, we have 2 campuses and we have the same application form. So once you're filling the application form, you are asked that which is your preferred choice of campus. So if the student opts for Copenhagen campus as choice of campus 1, then the student is given by default a one-time $5,000 scholarship, apart from $8,000 scholarship for 4 years. So the total scholarship which is given by default to all the students who fulfill the entry requirements at UBC Copenhagen campus is $37,000. This is one type of scholarship. Then we have the second type of scholarship, which is called the merit-based scholarship. Once the pool of candidates is frozen, then the second scholarship, which is the merit scholarship, that comes into play, which ranges from $5,000 to $10,000, even $15,000 per year for students who have scored really well in their 12th standards. So the students are eligible for both these scholarships.
So students, you can apply for these scholarships once you've decided that you are looking at, UBC as your preferred destination. We have some questions. One is, after completion, yeah, we've already answered this question. Yes, you will get 3 years work permit. And what is the initial tuition fee deposit required to secure the seat?
So the initial tuition fee deposit also varies. For certain programs, it is around $5,000. For some programs, it's $3,000. For some programs, they don't have they don't have an initial deposit.
Then the student has to pay full year fees if there is no
Yes,
initial deposit.
exactly. Yes.
And then what is the IELTS requirement for UG and PG? That is 6.5, no band less than 6. I think it remains same for both the programs.
It remains same for both the programs, bearing one program in the master's domain, which is Masters of Social Work, which requires an overall IELTS score of 7. Bearing Masters of Social Work program, which is a two-year program. All other programs have the same entry requirements as far as IELTS is concerned. 6.5 bands, no band less than 6.
That's great. So, how much is UBC for Indian student? Fees. So fees we've already discussed. So bachelor is different, and masters are different, and it varies from program to program. Generally, the master fees is $24,000, and then depends on the program. Secondly, for undergraduate program, it is $60,000 approximately. And then
Yes.
there are a lot of scholarships which students can avail. And location is quite attractive. It's a beautiful city in British Columbia. It's Kelowna, Okanagan, and beautiful. Like, it's a very, very beautiful city, and you are away from the rush of a major city. Turnaround time for the offer letter will be minimum 4 weeks, and it can be 4 to 6 weeks. And programs, yes, let's discuss the bouquet of programs in bachelor degree. What kind of program students can apply in bachelor degree? And suppose students are looking at applying for September 2027, 27. And then what kind of program options we have, Amit?
So we have a very diverse bouquet of programs. All are 4-year degree programs, ranging. So the programs, they range from technology, applied sciences to liberal arts to commerce and management. So programs like Bachelors of Engineering, they are they are ranked among the top 30 or top 35 engineering programs of the world. UBC is known for their extensive research work, and especially in the technology and applied science area. So engineering programs are very much famous as far as UBC is concerned. In these engineering programs, they have a very unique or salient aspects, apart from specializations which typically all the universities offer, like computer science engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering. They also, apart from specializations, they also offer concentrations within a specialization. So let's say, just to give you an example, if you opt for mechanical engineering, so probably for a mechanical engineer in the second year or in the third year, if the student wants to pursue anything specific like mechatronics and things like that, those specializations are also, concentrations are also available for students to study and pursue ahead. That makes these programs very, very famous. Also, all our programs, they have an embedded internship component within the curriculum. So all the programs, be it BCom with analytics, or be it a bachelor's of engineering or bachelor's of science, all the programs they have a integrated internship component attached to it within the curriculum. Other programs, other famous programs are standard programs like bachelor's of science. They have a lot of specializations like You do have a bachelor's of science in environmental engineering, even in computer science. If you want to pursue, research in computer science, then you can opt for BSc in computer science. Then we have, bachelor's of science in environmental technology, physics, chemistry, and all those core subjects. Then, as far as the other liberal arts programs are concerned, we have a bachelor's of arts in psychology and all other subjects like geography, anthropology, and liberal arts. Then moving on to commerce, a base course curriculum like BCom and BBA, uh, they are also 4-year degree programs, but they do have certain specializations like data analytics or finance and HR within the curriculum. So these are the salient features. We also have very few unique programs available in the bachelor's domain. We have a program by the name of Bachelor's of Health and Exercise Science. It's a very, it's catching up big time in Canada, and it again further specializes in kinesiology and sports physiology. So these are very niche areas, for these programs, and they're catching up big time, not only within Canada but globally. Another program which is a very new field is Bachelor's of Sustainability. This is again a 4-year degree program, and there is a huge demand for sustainability specialists in Canada and globally as well. So this program caters to those requirements as well. So it's a mixed bouquet of diverse fields, but all are 4-year degree programs, and all these programs, they have a what do you call internship component and a co-op component attached within the curriculum.
Great. So I have a question, like people want to know more about entry requirements for BSc nursing.
Yeah, BSc nursing is again, is a program which the seats gets filled up pretty quickly. As I told you, for all other programs, we still have, application deadlines have been extended apart from Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. Again, the entry requirements remain the same, Jasmeet. 85% marks in 12th, and pre-boards and midterm scores in sync with that academic requirement. 6.5 bands, no band less than 6, as far as IELTS is concerned.
Yeah. But you require maths and biology both.
Require maths and biology, yes. For students who are not having maths in 12th standard, we have a Bachelor's of Arts, wherein they can choose the the desired subjects like psychology and other options available. So we do have a Bachelor's of Science in Psychology, which require maths, but on the same, we also have a Bachelor's of Arts in Psychology, where you don't require maths.
Yeah. So students, there are a lot of program options. So definitely you can choose, like there are a lot of, and you can have a, like when you're interested to apply for a bachelor degree, we can even call Mr. Amit and get some guidance from him always. So if you are interested to look at, applying into University of British Columbia, we can get, to discuss your profile. And, I right now want you to discuss like how much gap is acceptable. Like if you're going for a master degree program, is there a limit on gap, or anybody like aged 45, 42 can apply?
See, typically a gap of 2 to 3 years is acceptable.
For master degree also?
Yes.
And for bachelor degree?
However, if applying for a master's degree, if you have WorkX, and then probably a higher range of gap is acceptable. Let's say if a person has completed his bachelor's degree 5 years ago, and from that time, the person is working for 5 years, that is also an acceptable scenario.
Okay. So, but if they have experience of 10 years, but sometimes universities accept like a lot of gap. If they have a proper experience, they accept.
Except there is no, it depends on a case-to-case basis. The final decision lies with the dean of that particular, department to which we are applying. Typically, we have seen, gaps of 3 to 5 to 7 years, getting accepted.
Okay.
Provided you
Okay.
have a sufficient justification that okay, you are working somewhere, or you were working on some project, or you were handling your own business, or some kind of a justification to support that.
Okay. So right now, sis, right now, you feel the scenario is changing, and everything is changing a lot, So what makes Canada a special place for students to study? So how do you think that today also international students should choose Canada?
Yeah, so as far as UBC is concerned, I would like to bring out a few points. Like Canadian universities are consistently ranked among the best in the world, a
Yeah.
few of them, and the programs are also respected widely throughout the world. Because of this, it gives the graduates a very strong global career mobility. This is one of the first, feature of Canadian education, especially from a reputed, highly ranked Canadian university. The other, probably the second could be the post graduation work permit, which allows students to work for up to 3 years after graduation. It builds a very strong pathway towards permanent residency. So, in a way, studying in Canada is a long term life decision and not just education.
Yeah, yeah.
That's another part. Uh, Canadian economy is expected to remain stable in the next few coming years comparatively. Uh, Canada offers a multicultural, a diverse, cosmopolitan mix, an inclusive society which is multicultural, and key, jobs in key growth areas uh, they are offering as well, such as technology, health sciences, and life sciences, and applied sciences, engineering as well. So all these factors, they make Canada, one of the most preferred destinations. Yes, because of the recent policy changes and visa caps, these things, recent policy changes and visa caps may sound negative, but at the end of the day, because of all these factors, we are first of all able to reduce overcrowding, which in turn improves the student support services within universities. Also, all these measures, they help filter out low quality institutions
Yeah,
in Canada.
definitely. Definitely. Yeah. Mm.
The other point is that certain other measures like provincial attestation letters and uh, confirmed offer letters or verified offer letters, all these measures, they reduce fraud and they increase visa success reliability.
Mm.
So in a way, we are seeing a shift. The Canadian education landscape is moving from a mass market to a high quality and a high value and a high quality kind of a destination.
Yeah. So do you think right now also is like where, see, your university is really, really highly ranked, and if students are studying from your university, so what kind of employment options they have? I'm fully convinced that they do internship, and so they get hired by companies which where they do internship, or anybody doing from UBC gets hired. What's your take on that?
So, studying in Canada is actually very, very strongly aligned with employability, first of all. I'm talking in general. Studying in Canada is very, very, from an Indian perspective, studying in Canada is very, very strongly aligned with employability, simply because of the fact that how intentionally the education system, in Canada integrates academics with ever changing industry needs. UBC, as far as UBC is concerned, UBC follows a multi-pronged approach in this case, wherein they align their academics with the industry partners through, various mechanisms. The first mechanism is integrating internships and co-ops within the curriculum. As I said, all our programs have that internship and co-op component within the curriculum. Second is fostering industry-sponsored research. UBC is a well-known research-driven university. A lot of research work happens, and some of the research work, especially in the medical, biomedical, and tech areas, is heavily funded by the government of Canada as well. The third is industry, what we call as the embedding industry proposed projects within the curriculum. That's another way of ensuring that the academic requirements are in sync with the ever-changing industry needs. So all these efforts, and then eventually maintaining a continual feedback loop in this regard. All these mechanisms, they basically ensure that the academic requirements are in sync with the ever-changing industry needs. Why I'm telling you this thing is that the idea is to future-proof the graduates, to help them learn how to kind of evolve with technology rather than be replaced by it. That's the
Yeah.
basic objective. Yeah.
So right now, see, you've answered many questions in one of these answer. Employability and job prospects. What students are asking right now also. There's one other question coming up. Like, if a student is masters from India or anywhere around the world, and they want to proceed, another masters from your university, then student can pursue that.
Yes, student can pursue that, but the entry requirements or the eligibility criteria from an academic point of view, we will be evaluating their bachelor's degrees. Although since they've already done a master's, that will be of advantage, and the dean will be evaluating those marks as well. But then the student should be able to meet the academic or the entry requirements from a bachelor's degree perspective.
So the question is, like, what kind of international student services or international student environment UBC is offering for international students, especially in the first year, to help them?
So UBC, international students, especially in the first year at UBC, they are supported by, I would say, a multi-pronged, or UBC supports them through a very structured ecosystem to help them with transitions, then academics, then their well-being, and lastly their employability aspects. So right from the time the student arrives there, or the time before the student arrives there, various support systems are available. To begin with, we start with pre-arrival, pre-arrival services, which includes a lot of things like pre-arrival support, and then followed by orientation, campus tours, campus visits, department visits. So these are pre-arrival as well as orientation support structure which UBC follows. As far as transition is concerned, once the student lands, then academic support, which includes study groups, wherein you have different professors and different student groups which are formed at an academic level. Then a dedicated international student support, wherein you have international students, dedicated international students forum, dedicated international students advising groups formed within various departments. So those are dedicatedly designed for international students, dedicated international student support, followed by the other aspect is their mental health and well-being. So UBC has a 24/7 helpline for counseling sessions, and they have other services with regards to mental health services as well within the campus. Then the last part, again, the students are kind of staying in hostels, and other residential areas. So they have residential and residence and integration support, wherein there are groups which are formed where they are living either on campus or off campus. Then in the end, they also have career and employability support, which includes a lot of things like their special projects, interdisciplinary projects, then training aspect, and then finally co-ops and paid internships. So
So a lot of support is there, definitely. Mhm.
yeah.
So, which kind of academic disciplines or courses are currently mostly in demand in Canada and in demand with employees, and where they can get highly paid salaries? What do you advise for students? Before that, there is one more question that my study, I have completed Bachelor of Science in 2022 with 72% job experience in hospital as a manager. Which course is best for my previous study, and what's the IELTS requirement? So there are a lot of courses. Do you want to suggest anything? He's completed his BSc in 2022 with 72%, and he
In which,
has 6 years of experience in a hospital as a manager. And generic, it's written generic, not really. IELTS requirement is 6.5, no band less than 6, and there are a lot of courses you can choose from. There is biology.
I think if the student has pursued his BSc and has studied physics, chemistry, and bio, or either of them, the student is eligible for Masters of Biotechnology. The student has got a good score. Student is eligible, and I think Masters of Biotechnology is a program to look out for.
Masters of Biotechnology. You can take up Masters of Biotechnology, and IELTS requirement will be 6.5, no band less than 6.
Yes.
So you've done your bachelor's with 6 bands in IELTS. See, I'm sorry, I don't think there is an ESL program in UBC. You need to
No.
have 6.5, no band less than 6 bands to apply for UBC. See, I feel 6.5 band is also a low requirement as compared to the ranking of the university, and the fees is very, very affordable. So when you compare with other universities which are very, very low ranked, also UBC, the fees is really affordable. It is kind of a golden opportunity for students that UBC is recruiting through agents also, and they have some program options for the students. So it's a very, very good opportunity for students who are looking at studying, doing masters in Canada. And I know Amit cannot commit to it, but I can tell you the visa success rate will be really, really high when you apply to such a highly ranked university. So if you're refused previously for a master program in any other place, or in a postgraduate program, or you are in Canada right now and you want to pursue your education, I think it can be one of the best choices for students to pursue their education at University of British Columbia. So how
Yes.
does UBC engage with employees and industry partners to ensure academic programs stay relevant to the needs of the modern workplace?
That I think I've already briefed on this topic. There are various mechanisms for this. UBC follows a multi-pronged approach in this regard. The first one is, integrating co-ops and internships, within the curriculum. The second one is, fostering industry-sponsored research within the curriculum. The third one is, embedding, industry proposed projects within the curriculum. So all these, are the mechanisms, and then maintaining a continual feedback loop of all these mechanisms to ensure that the academic requirements are, in line with the ever-changing industry, needs. So, that's how UBC kind of maintains and syncs their academics with the industry, ever-changing industry needs. Coming back to your previous question with regards to programs which are in demand, uh, so the academic streams, which are currently in demand in Canada, they could be, or the academic fields which are currently in demand could be, to begin with, first of all, IT and technology. This is one, academic field which is currently in demand. So a relevant course option under this could be BSc in computer science, then Masters of Data Science as far as master's programs are concerned. The second academic field which is currently in demand in Canada is, engineering and applied sciences. So relevant course options could be Bachelors of Engineering, Masters of Engineering, and so on. The third academic field which is currently in demand is, healthcare and life sciences. Relevant course options in under this could be BSc in nursing, Bachelors of Health and Exercise Science, programs like these. Then we have, business, finance, management, and analytics. This is again, another academic field which is currently in demand. So probably programs like BCom and BBA with specializations in data analytics. These are the relevant course options. Then sustainability and green technology. This is another academic field which is catching up big time. So we have programs like Bachelors of Sustainability and BSc in Environmental Science. So these are the academic fields and their corresponding, academic programs which are in demand and which are, which are going to stay for some time, which will be in demand. As far as the high paying jobs or the profiles are concerned, designations like data scientist, data analyst, financial analyst, then computer software engineers, then sustainability experts, financial experts or financial analysts, then fields related to healthcare, sports injury specialists. These are the professions which are currently in demand and are highly paid.
So I think, Amit, the session was really, really, informative and helpful for students or parents, even for our team also. So I think there is there any scholarship available in master programs?
No, in masters it is not. So masters programs, the fees is very very competitively placed. As you know, for programs like Masters of Education, our tuition fees is as low as around 17,000 for the complete program.
Hmm.
For Masters of Engineering, it is 26,000 for complete program. We do have other programs which are placed, on the higher side as well, like Masters of Data Science. It's a 10-month program. Again, the fees is around $57,000. And for Masters of Biotechnology, the tuition fees is around $44,000. And again, it has two paid internship components within the program. So yes, the fees varies, but then the tuition fees, in the master's domain is very, very competitively placed. Yes, we do have scholarships in bachelor programs.
Okay, so bachelor programs do have scholarship, but the master programs doesn't have many scholarship. I is my academic gap since 2025 one acceptable? Yes. How can I justify it in my application? Furthermore, based on my BCA background, which courses would best align with my profile and career goals?
So if you are a BCA student and if you meet the entry requirement, I think you are eligible for a program like Masters of Management. We do have a Jan intake for this. Uh, so I think you should apply for Masters of Management program. It's a 12-month program, and those 12 months are divided into 8 plus 4, 8 months of coursework and 4 months of internship. It's a generic management program. Entry requirements are, again, the same. You should uh, have around 70% in your graduation. For this program, we don't require an LOR, from your university or from your employers. And IELTS requirement will be 6.5 bands, no band less than 6.
So you can apply in the programs uh, which Amit has mentioned, and you can contact us. Our services are totally free of cost. You can visit nearest offices. We have 16 offices across India: Gujarat, Punjab, Delhi, Uttarakhand, Haryana, and Jammu. So you can visit our nearest office and apply for this prestigious university, and our services are totally free of cost. So generally, when some of the consultants charge you heavily, you are demotivated to apply for such a university. But right now, our services are totally free of cost, and you can visit our nearest branch or call us at 90413 90412, or get in touch with me also to pursue your application for University of British Columbia, Canada. So thank you, Amit, for valuable time. And I'll tell you, it's a very, very valuable information. Students do not get this information, so, clearly. I feel it was a very, very informative session. And we can take up the last program. 57% is not eligible to apply for master program. Am I right, Amit?
Yes, 57 percent is not.
Minimum
Uh,
percentage required for master program is 70%.
70% also if you have completed your graduation from, let's say, certain other prestigious universities like University of Delhi or probably University of Madras, where students, they typically, even the toppers, they range somewhere in between 65 to 68 to 70%. They're probably, on a case to case basis, we can consider if they have secured more than 65% marks, then not otherwise.
So 65% when you have done your, you know, uh,
More than 65%.
bachelor's from a very, very prestigious university.
Yes.
So, so team, get in touch with us, and then any student can get in touch with us. So you might be eligible to apply in any other university if you're not able to apply for this university. So PG in hospitality, 3 CGPAC, we can try any application until then we can get update from them anytime. But we can apply in any application. If you're not sure that what is your CGPA, we can send your application even for assessment.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Amit, for valuable time. Thank you all our viewers for asking us questions also, and you can get this information anytime on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you, Amit.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.